If only we could play together like we used to. Murphy, I miss you.
Building a police mascot for City Hall seems like an odd time to try to one-up one's already impossible technological achievements. But then, Lorenzini Vanini isn't the kind of guy who half-asses or rests on his laurels. Perhaps it was his pride that wouldn't allow him to accept his latest marvel to stand as the accepted limit of engineering. Perhaps it's the same pride that doesn't allow him to accept failure as the final outcome, even when things go catastrophically wrong.
If we don't determine who or what is causing it, this could all happen again tomorrow.
Murphy, the Watchman, became the Scrapped Watchman when flaws in his design caused his battery to overheat and burst with energy, leaving people hurt and Murphy bent, but not yet broken. City Hall deemed him a failure and wanted him destroyed. Vanini, and maybe more importantly, the taxpayers who funded his creation, wouldn't allow it. He was abandoned behind City Hall while his fate was decided, but Murphy still had a job to do. The children of Krat loved Murphy and frequented City Hall to play with their friend. The adults had deemed him flawed, but the kids didn't mind. He provided something the abandoned children of the slums desperately needed: a hero. They were forced to grow up prematurely in order to survive on their own, but Murphy was able to rescue at least a small part of their childhood. He brought the laughter back into their lives, and they would call on him with a whistle to let him know it was time to play. But one day, the whistle stopped. When Geppetto's puppet meets Murphy, it's clear to see that he's frenzying. But unlike the other thralls, he never once mentions the King of Puppets. But he does seem to be acting out an array of human emotions: loneliness, anger, grief, all with a singular focus on his missing friends. Maybe his frenzy was something separate from the king's. Maybe Vanini had really created something special. Murphy never forgot his friends, as they had never forgotten him. He had no way to know that outside of City Hall, just across the Alchemist Bridge in the quarantine zone, a sick young boy named Toma was hoping his hero would pay him one final visit. Just like Toma had no way of knowing Murphy was already gone when that familiar whistle blew outside his window one final time.
I know that whistle. It must be Murphy.